So this is my little contribution to the internet. I have not found anything online on how to do this. My rear seat latch is not working. The passenger side is not working. You can see that we hear the actuator on both sides, but we do not hear the latch mechanism clinging. So you have to manually activate it. The access is through the trunk. That's the mechanism. You have to press it and then it's going to manually release. You have to do that in order to access the rear deck trim panel, the one that is under the window. You need to remove that, at least raise it slightly. So after you activate it, you fold the seat, and this is the part that is not working on my car. That's the reference, and it goes on either on the left or on the right. It's the same part for both sides. So you're gonna have to remove those trim panels. Usually when you have those clips, there is a little bolt hidden underneath. You have to remove that bolt, and then the panel is gonna have three latching mechanisms where I'm prying. Those are those little trim tools that you find. They're very handy. It's not gonna damage your car, but you have to go very slowly. So you can see them coming off, and then on the top you have two alignment pins. There is no latching mechanism on the top. It's just the alignment pins. But there is some friction, so you have to be persistent and be careful at the same time. Yeah, so that's loose. The tree on the bottom appears to be loose, so now you can just slide it off. There is a little prong on the back that also holds it in place, so you need to slide it off at a certain angle. And there you go. Those are the two. So you have the three latching on the bottom. That's the one we have to pry out, and then the two alignment pins that goes in the middle. And be careful because you have an airbag right there. Don't. Some people disconnect the battery before they do this. I didn't do it, but and this is why you have to remove the panel, because otherwise you cannot raise the deck cover. So you have to do it on both sides. Prying the trim cover out. So I have found this procedure of someone replacing a speaker on a Volvo, but it wasn't this year. This is a 2019 S60. I found it for older vehicles. It was slightly different, and I'm usually not very confident doing things on my own if I do not find exactly how it is. YouTube's cool, as they say. But this time, I didn't want to take it to the dealer for this minor thing, so I persevered a little bit, and then, well, I hope this video is gonna be useful for someone. So now you have to raise it slightly, the cover. You're gonna see you have this yellow plastic retainer clips, one on each side, very close to the mechanism. You see the retainer clip there. This is preventing the rear deck to go up. That's what locks it in place. So you have to go. It's a little laborious now. I probably didn't have the right tool. I was trying to press those little tabs. You have 4 tabs. You have to squish the tabs and then pull up at the same time. So I tried with these two, and then there is a point where I try with the screwdriver. It was a little bit easier, but it's never easy. It's always, very laborious. It takes some time. You wonder if you're ever gonna be able to do it. Yeah, there you go with the screwdriver. I was also not able to hold the camera and do it at the same time. It was hard enough. So I was trying to push. Sometimes I went with the trim panel, those trim removal tools from the other side, the one that has a little hook. So I was pushing from the other side with the little hook and then coming on this side with the screwdriver, and it ended up by coming off at some point. Yeah. So yeah, still trying to do it. So you see how it looks like when you do it. When it finally comes off, all those tabs become loose, and then you have to squish the tabs and then try to pull up at the same time. Sometimes I was forgetting to pull up, so it was a little bit harder. Here I go with the two from the other side, and then on this side I try to come with another tool, try to get all the tabs squished at the same time. So now the rear deck trim is loose, but it goes under the side trim on each side. You see that little tab there? It's not very big, but it holds it in place, so you have to deform it. You have to press it slightly so it's free to go up. And I didn't go up very high. You see those buttons there is wire underneath, right? You have some playroom, so you can go up a little bit to have access. But if you are intending to remove this, you probably have to disconnect those wires. Also, the speakers are connected there. You need to do some wire work before you remove that rear deck trim. So those are the latch mechanisms. That's the one that doesn't work. I actually removed them and swapped them in place. I put the passenger on the driver's side and the driver on the passenger side. You see that the bolt, you have a third bolt there hidden, and that's what it looks like on the mechanism. This is from underneath. So that bolt, it's kind of hard to access, but you have something there keeps it in place. Yeah, so you have to press on those tabs, and then the connector comes off. So I swapped it sides, and then I saw that the problem wasn't on the harness, it was on the mechanism. That's how I found out that what I needed to buy as spare parts. So you have to remove that connector. You have to remove that little attachment, that black attachment that goes on the chassis. You have to go from the other side and squish it so the tabs can go through the hole. And then you remove all three bolts, the two front bolts, and then you come with a torque wrench from the top. You have to position the torque wrench from the top, and then you go on the trunk and you try to find the visual contact. Try to find the line of sight there. There are some openings on the chassis that allows it. You can see there. You can see the torque wrench and reaching out to the bolt. That's how I found out, if I was aligned, if I was engaging with the bolt. And you just loosen it from the top. The bolt is going to be captive afterwards. You just lose it, and then it's going to be captive of that little circle. It has some little tab that keeps it in place. Also aligns it with the hole. Yeah, here I am, trying to do everything with one hand, holding the camera with the other hand. Not very practical. I don't know how you guys do it. Yeah, so you can see here from underneath. I don't know if you can see the bolt moving, but that's what I was trying to capture here on this take. So this part was, I bought it on eBay. It was like 30 bucks. It was used. I said it was working properly, and it is working properly. If you want to buy a new one, Volvo or original, it's going to be close to $150, I think. Okay, so, and then you have those two little hooks you have to free, and you have to wiggle the mechanism to the left, and it comes at a specific angle. You have to rotate and take it out at the same time. It's amazing how this, how this piece of engineering work. You have to design everything in order to have access. Getting a little trouble here there. I think the bolt is down, and it's not captive. Yeah, there you go. The bolt was down. Kind of difficult to remove. So you put the new one the same way. You have to rotate as you go in, and then you align it with those hooks, and have to put the bolts back. And then you see the third bolt is kept in place by those little plastic tabs inside that little arc. And then you go slowly, try to align the threads, fill it, so you're not cross-threading anything. And this was the first try. I realized that the bolt that came with the mechanism was a little bent, so I dismounted and I reused my own bolt. It was a little better, but I engaged all three bolts. I applied, I hand tight all three, and then when they were nice in place, I went and I applied torque on them. So I showed on the video what was the key that you need to use. I forgot now. 11 millimeters, I think. No, 10 millimeters. And then here, applying torque on the third bolt on the back. So do a little test. Make sure everything is working. Before you put everything back together, connected, you have to press it against the chassis to keep it in place, and then try to put the foam back where it was, and you have to lower that panel behind the side panels. There's a little groove there I'm trying to find. I think on the other side it's gonna go a little easier. Yeah, that's how it looks like. It goes really underneath. There you go. It feels right. When it gets into the final position, it feels right. Yeah, that one is not there yet. You have to go down and press it back a little bit. And then you press down, so that the retainer clip is going to engage and the tabs are going to expand. keeping it in place. You have to do on both sides. The other side, you hear a little pop. That's a good sound. There's the other one. And then you need to put the side trim back. It goes at an angle. There is a little prong on the back that you're gonna see. You have to put that on the right position, and then the next thing you have to go to the back alignment pin and try to align with the hole. You have to press down a little bit, and then after it engages, you can go and focus on the alignment pin. There's a little bit forward. Yeah, I'm trying to find an angle here to show you. So there you go, the alignment pin on the back. Yeah, now it's engaging. Now it's good. And then you go. It allows you to rotate the panel towards this closure. And then you have to align the front one. Let's see if I can get a nice angle there. Yeah, it's aligned. Now it's completely closed. And then you have to go on the bottom and press it so the 3 latches are going to pop in. So you're gonna hear the sound. You have to put back that bolt. I'm using some painter's tape here just to hold the bolt in place so I don't lose it. My tool is not magnetic. First time I tried to do this, the bolt fell and then I had to open the panel again. So, but don't go overboard, just have to, grab lightly the bolt. And you need to remove that scotch before you go all the way in, otherwise the scotch is not gonna come out. So just engage a little bit of the thread, and then pull the tool out and remove the tape. And then after that you just apply the final torque. It's good to do everything, slowly and very carefully. You put the back clip back, and that side is complete. And then you do the same operation on the other side. I'm trying to document all the steps here, so that's what I'm looking for when I'm searching for videos on YouTube on how to do things that you're not used to doing. It's not obvious, and you can see here that I'm far from being like a complete amateur trying to fix something on my car, so I don't have to take to the dealer every time. So you saw the front alignment pin going in its hole, and then you have to press it on the bottom. It's gonna pop. It's gonna make 3 pops. Yeah, there you go. Right. It looks good. It looks good. If it feels good, if it looks right, it feels right. It's probably right. There you go. Same technique to put that bolt back. Yeah, and there you have it. I think it's you put the clip back, and then you have to go on the weather stripe on the door and try to hide there's an unfinished cloth on that side panel that you have to hide underneath the weather strip to look nice. But this procedure is going to be helpful if you have the rear seat latch problem. If you want to replace speakers. I saw someone trying to put film on the on the back window, and they wanted to remove the panel to have more access. Yeah, see, putting everything back on the weather strip, and that's it. There you go. Thank you for watching.